Hi friends, hope you're having a lovely day today. Chris Plunkett is a street photographer in Chicago that creates candid photos that have a very human energy to them. And okay, what do I mean by that? There is this overwhelming presence in the current state of the internet to romanticize people and life, to find the most beautiful parts and to collect them. I have no problem with that. I do it in my own work to some extent. I think that there are very authentic ways to go about romanticizing. A good example is my friend Will's work. He's a street photographer, and I've made videos with him on here before. But I believe it is crucial to have the other side as well. And I think that street photography has a big job to do here. One of the biggest reasons why I love street photography is that it is historically the antithesis of polished perfection. What Chris does well here is he takes photos that create an empathetic connection with the people in them. He captures intriguing people with engaging expressions, and the photos ask you to read them in some way or another, sometimes with no clear conclusion. Regardless of the narrative, the photos tend to feel quite personal. And where I think Chris really wins is his eye for expressions. Much of the street photography out there is what I would call anchorless. They tend to be pictures of everything and nothing at the same time. They feel confused. His photos are anchored by the subjects, which are most often people striking very engaging expressions that go all over the spectrum. And this, coupled with his very intriguing compositions and his dynamic shutter dragging, come together to create very engaging photos. One photo of his that I enjoy is this one of an older man in a suit. There are lots of interesting things about the man. I dig his glasses. I think that the lighting is quite nice here. But what I really think is very intriguing about this photo is this is not the way a normal person would frame a portrait. Generally, it's a good idea to put the bottom of the frame right at chest level and not cut his shoulders off and not cut the top of his head off. But Chris decided to do that here, and I love it. I think it's fantastic. These are the kinds of creative decisions and rule breaking that really compelling photographers know how to break well. In addition, I find it amazing that he's looking off camera. Another photo that I think is fantastic is this one, where you have a very interesting muted color palette with the blues and the glasses and the coats, the people in the background, and then you have these warm colors with the pink of the scarf and the red lips, and then the rest of it's kind of gray, and it feels nice. Also, obviously, this very startled looking expression. I'm assuming that this is an authentic expression that he walked up on her and that she did this. I'm not sure, but I'm assuming. And if so, this is something that takes a lot of discipline. This is something that takes a lot of intentionality to capture this, and probably a lot of shots that didn't go quite as well as this. And it takes discipline and bravery and intentionality and creativity to go, oh, this is an intriguing photo. You're like, oh, I don't like that one. She looks horrified. He saw beauty in this, and I see beauty in this. Another photo that I find interesting is this one, where you have a really interesting nose down type of camera angle. You have a guy riding a skateboard, but not only is this guy riding a skateboard, he is on the very front of the skateboard in terms of his position, which is just interesting. You feel the sense of balance. And also, obviously, these ridiculously awesome shoes. I wish that I could come to his level, but it's just there's such a thoughtful approach to the way that he captures these photos that feel so different, and they feel almost wrong, but they come out so right. I mean, even the fact like his zippers unzip, like it's just there's so much character here. I really like it. So that is a little bit about Chris Plunkett. I would encourage you to check Chris out, and as always, links below. And I hope that was valuable to you today, and I hope that you have a fantastic day, and goodbye.